I want to talk about what I've found to be and what some of my clients have found to be a challenging part of the creation process. And by creation process, when we want to create something in our lives. And the specific type of creation, I call it collaborative creation. Okay, and what collaborative creation is we offer an intention, we offer that intention up to life, it interacts with life, spirit, the universe, source, whatever, God, whatever you want to call that. And then life offers doorways and experiences that allow our intention to unfold and allow it to take form in our lives. Okay, so, and I contrast that type of creation with what I call willful creation. And I used to be a pretty serious willful creator where it's like willful creation is when we make it happen. We keep doing. We have a goal. It's like goal attainment. We have a goal and then we work our butt off to have the goal happen. And that's a fine way to create things. It's better for some things than others. I would argue, or not argue, but I would suggest that collaborative creation can take you places beyond what willful creation can, because you're eliciting the magic of the universe. It's not just me that's creating it. I'm teaming up with spirit, which allows me to have bigger outcomes. I can have the magic of life. I can dance with that and allow myself to unfold things that I couldn't even comprehend with my mind, which I've been talking about a little bit in past blogs. So there's this phase, okay, that happens with collaborative creation after we offer the intention. Okay, and we offer the intention and we're like, it feels like we're waiting for doorways, we're waiting for the thing to appear in our life. And unlike willful creation is we can take up that dead time, at least it feels that way, or that kind of lax where it feels like nothing's happening, and we can like work hard and make it, and it feels like, okay, I'm gaining on it because I'm working hard and I'm making stuff happen. So that feels like there's motion. But when we don't do that, when we cease doing that, and we just offer the intention and we allow it to unfold and we stop making it happen, okay, there's this lull, there's this time where it feels like nothing is happening, okay? And so what I'd like to talk about is maybe there are things happening, but we're not recognizing it, okay? And so to talk about this, I want to do one more distinction. I talk about different types of doorways in my book, and I call the first type old doorways, where it's like a doorway which I used to create in my past, okay, they're not preferable to redo those. Then, of course, the new doorway is the thing that we're wanting to create. And when that opens up, it's the new job, the new relationship, the new community, the new thing that we want. Okay, that's a doorway that we sometimes don't always see because it comes in a different form, And then there's also what I call in my book intermediate doorways. And I made that name up for my book. And these doorways, it's like, it's not old, it's not new, but it's something where life or spirit is offering us experiences to get us in a place where we can accept and allow the new doorway. Okay, so they're almost like character building, or they're healing, or they're getting us a skill, or they're changing a belief system, and they're giving us experiences that allow us to change so we can hold the new thing when it unfolds. So a really obvious example, I often use relationships for my example because I think and in this case, it's really clear cut. So say I want a new relationship, okay, and I want a partnership, and I've I have the elements that I want. I want it to be honest and loving, and I want it to feel like a partnership, and we're both invested, and we have enough common ground, and and we want attraction there, and so I've got these things, and I put that intention out, okay, and so and I want there to be a lot of love, right, in that relationship. So now think of what it's like if you were spirit, if you were the universe, or you were, and spirit sees that I, have a difficult time accepting love. And yet I want a relationship that's going to give me lots of love. Okay, so spirit might have even tried to send someone my way, but I push them away or I discount them because I can't accept that much love. Okay, and so then it's like, okay, well, he was serious about his intention. This is spirit talking now. He was serious about his intention, and we want to help him out. We want to help him out. I want to help him out. So let's give him some experiences that help him, accept more love. So these are intermediate doorways. So they might be friendships. It might be a course to take. It might be a good therapist. It might be a spiritual teacher. It might be meditation. It might be a yoga class. It might be like a heart chakra workshop. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here, but it's like some type of experience or series of experiences that allows me to accept more love. Okay, so this is all the way. So I'm doing these things, and so maybe something is happening because I'm changing and getting to, I can hold the love that I'm going to need to hold to have that thing that I wanted, that relationship that I wanted. And sometimes it's a timing thing. Maybe I'm not strong enough or to hold that yet. Maybe I haven't let go of the last relationship quite enough to be able to allow a new one. Now in my mind, of course, I've let that go a long time ago. You bet I did. But maybe in my heart, there's some deeper levels of like, maybe I didn't let go of the last relationship and it needs time to heal. I need time to get over that before the new one can come. So there's timing. There may be experiences that I need to prepare myself to hold the amount of love that I'm going to need to hold. Or if it's not in a relationship example, hold the amount of abundance that I'm going to need to hold if I get a new job or a new career or a new community. It's like I need to stretch that. So Spirit's going to give me these intermediate doorways, going to give me experiences that I can build. I can build character and the ability to hold love, and I have time to heal something. Maybe I need a healing before I can allow it. Maybe I need to do a little bit of trauma work. So, or whatever it is. And so the idea is what is to notice when you're in this lull. I'm going to call it a lull, like you've offered the intention and it feels like nothing has happening. Okay, so then you want to see what experiences are coming your way. Now, the only kind that we don't want is we don't want to spend too much time on the old doorways. And the old doorways, they have their own vibration. All of these have different vibrations, by the way. But you can you've done enough work on yourself, and this is where some coaching or some therapy can help too. What your old doorway, what your old pattern feels like. It has a vibration, it has an energy. So if you feel the vibration of your old pattern, that's an old doorway, if you will, then we're going to pass on that. We're going to let that pass. We know where that takes us. And it can be seductive sometimes, and sometimes we get sucked into it for a while. Oh, this was an old doorway. Okay, brush yourself off. That's not what I wanted. Okay, but in the new doorway, let's assume that it's not coming yet. So now, but what is coming? There's these experiences that are coming, and they don't feel like my old pattern, and yet they don't seem to be the full answer, that they don't feel like to be a total new doorway, in a new relationship or a new job. It's not that. But these experiences are coming to me. Those may be intermediate doorways. Those are experiences where if you engage in them, okay, and you participate in them and find joy in them and be in them, be present in them and allow them and learn the lessons of them and have the experiences of them, they are likely preparing you to hold the love or abundance or clarity or healing or getting over your ex, whatever it is. They're going to allow those things to be in a place so that the new doorway, so you can hold the new doorway when it comes. And so you've done enough immediate doorway work. In other words, you are working with yourself and you're having these experiences. You've done enough work in yourself that you can now hold the new doorway. And then the new person or the new job comes along and we can hold it and accept it and allow it. So that's just something I wanted to talk about is just when you're sitting there, as I am in some ways right now, and it seems like nothing's happening, but there's these things coming along and it's not the old, but it doesn't seem like it's fully the new, like what I'm asking for. It's intermediate, okay? If I participate in those and I work on myself and I have my whatever, my personal practice or my spiritual practice, and I'm going deeper in myself, that may be the best thing I can do. So then instead of like making it happen, I can channel my energy into working with these experiences that are presenting themselves to me and staying in my spiritual practice or doing my therapy or looking at, like those are things that I can work on. I'm not making the new thing happen, but I'm preparing the ground for the new thing. So that's what I would suggest you consider if it resonates, of course. So anyway, that is my video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you're enjoying your fall, and happy fall equinox, by the way. And and just as you go through your week, maybe just think about what is life presenting you. If you do have an intention out there, like what is life presenting and how can you engage and work with what life is presenting you and trust that that will lead to the thing that you really want to create in your life. And I will see you in a week.